Welcome back, everyone. So before we go for today's tutorial, from the videos we've been doing so far under Programmation Fonctionnelle, if you have any question or there is anything you don't understand based on this video, on the videos we've been treating, you can comment below and I'll be available to answer your questions. Thank you. So today we'll be dealing with the Derivation de PR. For Derivation de PR, in this case, we're not calculating, we're not proving anything. All we're doing is that we are just arranging what we've calculated so far in primitive recursive. That's how I define it. Like, we're just arranging them in terms of finite functions, which we have as f1, f2, up to fn. Now, the thing is, we call this the derivation. I write it in capital letter. Primitive recursive. And this is C. Respectivement recursive to F. So this is what it's called. So it's just, for me, I look at it as you're just arranging what you've already solved, but accordingly, you see. So now let's take, for example, we'll go back like the ones we've already done. Let's look at produit and sum. So for sum, after we calculated, I'll bring back where we did it, should be somewhere around here where we did for sum. Okay, I think, yeah, great. So come back to sum. If you notice, I'll use a red pen. Here you see in our the first step we did was this number 1, and then we calculated it until we got to where the PR was, that's the P11. When once you do derivation de PR, we are just, what are the steps you use? What were the answers you got from, in this case, from the sum function? In this case, our f11 will be f1 because it's the first thing we got. Okay, then our f2, remember after doing this in our previous video, we came here to explain that we got to the second part, we did x plus y plus 1, and we realized that this is from function successor, and so we came down to break the function successor. So this was the second answer we got successor. That would be our f2. Then our f3 sorry, would be, what was the third thing we got? The third thing we got was P de 3, because after this, which was the second thing we got, we had the plus xy, which is this, and which is the second projection, and so we got P de 3, and that's our f3. And now, what's the fourth thing that we got? The fourth thing, after fourth one we got is S. We got the second one, we got S, the third one we got P23, and then the composite of the two functions we got as S from P23, because we didn't leave our answer like that. Our H was, we got S separately, we got P23 separately, then our H was the composite of these two, which is S rond P23, and so that's going to be our F4. Then finally our F5. Our F5 is going to be what the function is, which is the function plus. So that's how the progression works. It's just about you rearranging the functions. What did you get accordingly. So we're going to do that here. We're going to do that here as well for sum. So I'll use say la dérivation primitive recursive de la fonction sum. That's what we're doing. So the derivation, we said our f1 was p1 1 because it was the first thing we got. p1 1, our f1 p1 1. Our f2, the second thing we got after doing all this, we got to this point, we got our successor. So our f2 is our successor s. Our f3 is this plus xy, which is here, and we said it was p de 3. So our f3 is p de 3. Now what is our f4? Our f4, we said, is the composite of s and p de 3. Because the composite of s and p de 3, we got s separately, we got p de 3 separately, and the h and the fourth f4 is now the composite of the two of them. So that's s rond p de 3. And if you notice, it's the same thing as s is for f2, p de 3 is for f3. So I can say f2 rond f3. My f5, we're already done. We already have our pay, and we have everything we're supposed to get. So finally, you just conclude it with your function. So that means generally that the last function, the last finite function you're using will be equal to your initial function. So finally, this is the projection for sum. Now the projection for multiplication, that's function produit, we'll do it right here so we can all see the calculation. Now, what was the first thing we got? From this first part, the first thing we got was z. So same thing applies. Our f1 will be z. And then what about our f2? What was the second thing we got? After doing the first part, we got to the second part, and we calculated, and we arrived at our first projection, which is p de 3, and that's going to be our f2. Our f2 will be p de 3 because that was what we got from our solution. So we have f2 will be p de 3, f3 will be p1 3, our f4 would be the sum, okay, would be the sum. Our f5 will be the composite of the three of them because that's what our h, that is what our h is. So it's the composite of everything. So it's plus p de 3 from p de 3, p1 3. And again, you notice it's the same thing as p4, p2 and p3. So I can say f4, sorry, so I have f4 rond, p de 3 is f2, and p1 3 is f3. And then finally we said f of n, I can't see that clearly here, and finally we said f of n is equal to f, the final finite function is is f, okay, and f is our function, so we conclude it with multiplication sign. So that's what derivation primitive recursive respectivement recursive to f is all about. So yeah, just about fixing your functions right where you got. That's just how I define it. That's the basic layman way I get it. So finally, in our next video, we'll be talking about I think it's the last part of our course, and then we'll be concerned with just solving questions. So see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like if this video has helped you, talk to your friends about this channel, share it with them, those in Algeria, Morocco, like I said, if possible Egypt. I'll try hopefully to be posting videos at most 2 days. That's I can be posting every day, depends. So once again, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.